Well, hey everybody, it's Paul. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to putting rear wheel liners on the new 2022 Ram 2500 truck. These are from Rough Country. Supposed to be easy to install. First thing we're doing is giving the old truck a rinse, get all the salt because it's been running salt. Get that off as much as we can and then try the install. Of course, we still have snow on the ground, as you can see plainly, but that doesn't stop Ben from wearing his shorts when he's working with the water, because he gets down and dirty with the work, as you should. Of course, it would help if we could afford a new washer. I think you can get 10 of them for $1. Would you believe they have already been packed? I had a set of them setting over here for ages, never using them, packed them, and of course, that's when you need it. Never fails. So for this, I'm sure it's a metric, but the first size I was able to find is a 5/16 in a little Makita, a little mini, hopefully will allow me to get between the tire and the wheel well, all right, and be able to zip those bolts out. You know, that's what's nice about having a little mini. You can get in those hard to fit places. Not sponsored by Makita, of course. Should be. Yes, we always like to work when the sun is going down and it's getting even chillier. Don't ask me why. Oh, I'm getting misted here. Got my bogs on. I love these things. I've had them for years. They're not like boots. You see, they're just little shoes. Got my wool socks on. But these things are the best, man. I love them. Totally waterproof, totally warm, but not like tall like a boot. They stop right there. Got those tags. You can put your finger in and give it a good yank to get them on. They've got pretty good like a boot tread. Thick, solid, keeps you warm. Okay, we got it all shining clean. Everything up in there. Oh look, it burned off where that tag was. See on the exhaust there where it's all, must have done a regen. There was a tag there. All right, so this one, it has like mud flaps and like half wheel wells, but nothing at the top. It's all open. So looks like we got to take those bolts out, or at least some of them. Here, hold it in there and let's see which ones we got to take out.
It doesn't tell you which ones?
No.
Huh. So, there's a bolt hole here, here.
Yeah, see, the cutaway ones you don't do, but the ones where it uses it, you gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
But why is that piece down there sticking out so far? This doesn't seem like it's actually inside of the...
Well, once we get the plastic, the directions say it goes under the flange of metal.
Oh, okay. I see. Should I do that now? You
yeah, zap those out.
Well, no, should I put it in there? Because how are you going to move the plastic once it's, you know? So how does this...
We got to get these ones out, I think.
Okay. These long ones. Okay. Man, this whole Makita is really peppy.
Yeah, it is.
Is it on low? Is it got it low?
I don't think so. Kind of a foggy day. Yesterday it was getting so dark you couldn't see good with the camera, so we just figured we'd do it today. So I took out on the front the bolts where there's holes. Now in the back, you see they don't have holes. There's spaces where the bolts go, and I'm just going to tuck that back there. And it's got to go behind the lip, this flange, behind the metal. And it uses 2 push pins in the back. We'll see how this end part goes. Well, hey everybody, it's Paul. Welcome again to the channel. I'm putting on these wheel liners from Rough Country, and it says typically it's about a 20-minute install, and this is day 3 for us. But it's just because the first day got so dark for filming. The second day, when I put this side on, it was pouring rain, so I couldn't film. And you'll hear sometimes, it's interesting, there's deer moving around in the swamp, which is not unusual, but there's a thin layer of ice, and they break through the ice now because it's just very thin, and it sounds like a Sasquatch out there busting around, like a couple Sasquatch doing big time wrestling or something. So, but anyways, this is what the finished product looks like, and I will show you putting on the other side. It's not hard, it just, you know, it takes a little bit of finagling. I prefer using all bolts, but this, you have to use some of those push pins. You have to remove these bolts. This stays in, and it basically tucks behind there. And there's a couple holes here that use push pins, but the key is to get it up under that flange. It actually, these bolts go through it, but these ones do not, as you'll see on this. As you can see there, there's holes. That's where the bolts go through, and here's where the push pins go through. But here, there's nothing. There's cutouts where the bolts would go. So it basically just tucks behind stuff, and then you've got a push pin there, and I think I used a bolt there. So you want to get it clean, you know. I just hosed her off. Everything's always easier when it's not so cold. It's about 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, the little Makita, the Mini, is the preferred method, but even it doesn't get everywhere. As you can see in these tight spots, it's just ever so much too big. But anyways, you do what you can do. These ones on the back, you don't have to take off, you just want to loosen them. It starts warming up a little and the swamp starts coming alive. Like a jungle in there. So what I like to do is start at the very bottom and catch one or both of those, which I got. The trick is leave one in to hold that back plate in place. So I never took this one out at all. I loosened the other ones enough to where I can push the back plate and get this in and catch those two. See, here's my hole for this one, so I'm going to take this one out and scoot it over and get it in. It takes some finagling, not gonna lie. I gotta get this in first, I think. Hear them splashing around in there. Can't quite see them, but they're moving around. I think they'd want to get on some dry ground. And last but not least, you push your little push pins in and it's a job done. I got one more push pin to put there. It looks all right. Honestly, I think the mud flaps and that are a lot easier to install. These ones are a bit of a bear, to be honest. They'll take you some time. A lot of finagling. I think it'd be a whole lot easier if it's warm. I think when the plastic expands and it's a little bit more malleable. But when it's cold, it's just like small and you're fighting it the whole time. But it is doable. Again, this is a 2022 Ram 2500 with the Cummins. And, you know, it's ideal on a warm, sunny day. It's not a bad job. It's actually kind of enjoyable. But once you get, you realize what you have to take off and finagle it around. Once you get one side, the second side's a whole lot easier. So good luck. And let me know what you think about the product. Till next time, we'll see you.